Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon, and I do have a hobby. And my hobby is that I'm a rail enthusiast. Basically, I'm a train spotter. And I also enjoy travelling to different places by train. I am not on YouTube to make myself famous. I do these shows for basically fun. And if my journey is going to plan or not, guess we're going to have to watch this show to find out. Welcome to Simon Train's Railway Journeys. Hello everyone, and welcome to my last day on my East Midlands Rover ticket, which is this thing right here. Our last trip of the day with this, because it's only a 3 out of 7. Apologies, because the sun is absolutely... There we go. I'm just going to have to do it this way. I hope you can see me. Can you see me? I can't even see myself. Try that. There we go. Right, so today we are doing 4 stations. Conisborough, Grantham, not in this order though, Sleaford and Scunthorpe. Well, it's actually Conisborough, Sleaford, Grantham, then Scunthorpe before I head back home, and I won't be back here till like, or after the Baylash train to Birmingham tonight, which is just before 22:45 I'll be back here. It used to be 22:35 off Trent Valley, but they put it back now to 22:42. Gives you a bit more time off the last train to Crewe now. But we are waiting for the same train like we did on my last one, the 0834 to Rugeley Trent Valley. Then we're going to Tamworth. Then I'm actually going to change up Burton-on-Trent to get to Sheffield, because behind my Turbo Star there is a Voyager to Sheffield. And then on to Conisborough, on to Doncaster, on to Newark. Going to clear the Lincoln to Sleaford line today, which is also some track I need to clear. We'll go by Ruskington, I think. But before we wait for our train, there's something I do want to say actually, because I did post some shots yesterday but I didn't mention it, but our electrification is really going quite well at in the Rugeley area. I'll just show you a bit quick, because we do actually have the overhead wires up on the Birmingham bound platform, which is where the pantograph connects to it, so the electric train can run. It's going on quite well. Apparently there was a train actually started at Walsall this morning an hour ago, because there was some overhead running engineering works, so there was a Walsall to Rugeley Trent Valley service. But there is one thing I do regret actually, and I will be honest with you and tell you this, is that I don't know if you know a YouTuber called Lobdrog, Nodrog. It's Gordon spelled backwards, to be honest. But when he did his videos of Blackpool electrification, which are good videos by the way, lovely videos, and honestly it has made me regret not filming this area properly like he did with the Blackpool electrification, because I would have had videos of the LNWR Type 5 single box if it was brought down. I do regret doing that, because it's long gone history now, but I'm going to try and get them down, I'll tell you that, when they come down on film. But other than that, I do regret not filming the development of the electrification, but anyway, it's done. I have babbled on long enough now, which probably people have turned away, because apparently attention span is about 3 minutes for a video, or 30 seconds. So we're going to wait for our train now to come in. That train that just disappeared, that was the train that was supposed to catch at Burton, for fuck's sake. Sadly, I've missed my connection at Burton now because they decided to send the train that was supposed to catch at Burton ahead before this cross country that was supposed to catch here. Unfortunately, it was late because of a train being late, apparently, which held it back. But to be honest, they had to send that first because it is express and this is only a stopper. But now I'm going to have to figure out a new plan to try and get back on track onto my plan, which is not too happy about.
Here she comes to ring the day.
Not at Derby, we're not at Sheffield, we're not even at Conisborough, we're at Nottingham. Now, I just remembered there was a plan that I did yesterday that will hook me nicely back onto my plan at 12:25 at Doncaster, which is basically get the East Midlands to Grantham in 20 minutes, and then get the train to Doncaster from Grantham, and then that should hook me on the 12:25 from Doncaster to Newark. Even though when I get there is actually a train straight to Newark arriving, but I'm going to Doncaster to go back to Newark. So we're going to have to do it that way. So Conisborough is now off, I'm afraid. But we'll be back on the plan shortly, about lunchtime. Grantham Station is sited on the East Coast Main Line. 105 miles and 38 trains down the line is London King's Cross. The present station opened 1852. 2 years later, the Great Northern Railway took over. The line to Sleaford opened 1857 and extended to Boston in 1859, but was taken over by the Great Northern Railway in 1864. The Great Northern and London North Western Joint Railway opened in 1879, crossing Grantham to Nottingham near Bolsford. The 7th of July 1898, an up express from Manchester collided with a goods engine which was crossing from the up siding to the down main line. 6 passengers, the guard and both drivers were slightly injured, but in 1906 the Grantham rail accident occurred on the 19th of September, when an evening sleeper car and a mail train from London to Edinburgh Waverley, hauled by the Ivor Atlantic, derailed, killing 14 passengers. In 1937, the London North Eastern Railway announced that they planned to lengthen the platform at 800 feet long, but it was too short to accommodate the increasing mainline expresses and ended up being lengthened to 950 feet. Definitely not seen a rerun of yesterday's trip, which is probably last week's part 2 out of 3 of East Midlands Rover. We are at Grantham on the 3rd day. Like I said at Nottingham, we're going to wait for the 11:41 to Doncaster. Get back into Doncaster for just after 12 o'clock. And I should hook on nicely for the 12:25, which was my train anyway, which I know is going to be 2 Class 43 HSTs. So I saw that yesterday. It had a problem actually, which had to have a fitter to sort a coach out. Don't know what the problem was, but they did get it running and it ran late. But and then that hooks me nicely to Newark, which I think I got half an hour in Newark before my train to Sleaford by Lincoln. But it should be alright. Have recovered the plan a little bit after this morning's fiasco with the cross country. It's not their fault, so it happened, but you got to live with it to make a change of your plan. Now we're back on our plan. We've got this HST now to do at North Gate, then we're going to get more likely a 153 down to Sleaford.
Grantham Station, East Midlands and Kingston.
Just arrived at Newark now, and 153302 will take us to Sleaford, which is just over there. Sleaford Station opened on the 15th of June 1857 with an elaborate set of celebrations were organised for the opening day, which all the town's businesses closed to allow their employees a chance to take part in the festivities. The Great Eastern Railway wanted to build a line from Cambridge to York which would have passed through Sleaford and Bourne, but Parliament wouldn't allow it. The Great Northern Railway submitted a proposal for a line between Bourne and Sleaford, which was approved in 1865 and opened in 1872. Next came the Great Northern and Great Eastern Joint Railway, which opened from Spalding through Sleaford to Ruskington and on to Lincoln in 1882. And the last new line through Sleaford ran to RAF Cranwell, opened in 1917, but this was the first to close to passengers in November 1926. Passengers on the Bourne branch ceased in September 1930 and the Spalding line closed in 1964.
We have to speak up a little bit because the wind is getting up. But we are at Sleaford, and have a look at the station. It's actually quite nice. Station building looks lovely. The iron platform building looks lovely. It does look like a nice station. Looking to Highby is towards Skegness, which is a single line track after it's a level crossing. But there's a line branches off to go to Peterborough, then a line carries on to Skegness. If you look this way, that takes you to Lincoln from a cord after the station and towards Grantham. Well, we are here till 3:15, and then we're heading over to Grantham to do an hour's filming at Grantham Station. Even though it feels like I've probably done an hour already with the two 20-minute waits I had yesterday on day 2 of my Rover and today. But they do have nice single boxes as well. It is a nice station. Shame there's not much freight through here. Mind you, I think there's still one freight train goes through here, and it's the Boston Steel from Washford Heath. we're back at Grantham, and unfortunately the problems south of Peterborough. A train has failed apparently, and it's blocked the main line. So everything's running about 40-20 minutes late south of Peterborough. There should be a Newark to London King's Cross that should have arrived here at 16:06, but that got cancelled at Peterborough. So it's just get what we get here and then move on to Doncaster after this. If it comes to the crunch, I might have to leave Scunthorpe off. I was planning to do it, but it's going to be a bit pushing now to do it, because if everything's going to run late south of Peterborough, or everything's running late up north, because there is a train that should have arrived a bit earlier, which is now cancelled at Doncaster to Leeds, so it's doing a King's Cross to Doncaster service. But we'll see what we get here and then move on to Doncaster.
I didn't say you could leave while I'm filming those 91s. Spoiling my party. That was close. Right, what's happened was my whole train was running mega late because of it was following a train which was looped outside Grantham, then looped outside Retford to allow another train to speed through. But just approaching into Scunthorpe now to do our last filming of the day. But we thought we were going to miss this because I did hear they were going to hold this up. But they did hold it up, got off the hall, got off this one quick. We're about 5 minutes late into here. But we've still got an hour to film here anyway, so we're just about to get off now. The original Scunthorpe station was known as Froggingham and located half a mile east of the Brigg Road Bridge, opened in 1864, then replaced by a second station 200 yards west from the first station in 1887. The present station opened on the 11th of March 1928. In 1906 the town had another station serving the North Lindsey Light Railway, which ran from Dorsley to West Holton. The station acted as a temporary terminus between February and July 2013, when the line northeast of Hatfield and Sleaford Station towards Thorn was blocked by the Hatfield Colliery's landslip. Services were running shuttles between Scunthorpe and Cleethorpes.
The next train to depart from platform 2C will be the 2014 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, calling at door. This is a platform train, the 2114 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly will now depart platform 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly be at Chesterfield, the next call for this service. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Derby, the next call for this service now arriving into Derby.
Now on our last train back to Rugeley Town. This used to be the 22:35, but now it's the 22:42. They put it back about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Does help with a good connection from London as well. Today has been one of those days, to be honest. We didn't get to Conisborough, unfortunately, because the cross country I was supposed to get to Burton was running behind the cross country I was supposed to get from Burton. So I couldn't make that connection, and I couldn't get me out at Conisborough. Well, I could have, but I had to take something off. So instead I just went straight to Nottingham. Did the plan like I did on day 2, went to Nottingham, bailed at Grantham, then got the train straight up to Doncaster. But then I was back on plan after Doncaster with the 12:25 to King's Cross. Everything went well. Yeah. The whole train did a little bit because I thought I was going to miss the Transpennine to Scunthorpe, even though it goes to Cleethorpes. But luckily they did hold it. I did hear the train manager on board the Hull trains asking if they could hold that train. But it was looking very doubtful, to be honest, but they did hold it. Other than that, it has been quite alright today. We did 3 stations, was going to be 4, but like I said, we did get to Conisborough. I might put that in a trip in September because I do have a 4-day trip I got planned in September. Hotels are booked. Train tickets are not yet, but the main train ticket's going to be on the day, to be honest, which will be a Freedom of the North East 4 out of 7 day rover. But then I'm going to coincide that with the Severn Valley Railway Steam Garner. It's sorted, it just needs to be planned. But first, before even that, there's other shows. But yeah, then we did go to Scunthorpe and we got about 5 freight trains an hour, which was pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to end this now. So you can subscribe to me at Facebook at Simon Trains Rail Journeys, Twitter at Simon Trains, Instagram at Simon Trains. Thanks for watching. The next trip is going to be, I think, a London trip with the PEPs, the 313s and the other units, because I want to get the rest of the travel card stations beyond Alexander Palace done, up to Hadley Wood, but then I want to get a ticket to Welland North to do some of the East Coast Main Line down there. So I think I might plan for that actually. There is going to be a Liverpool trip before that though, but I'm going to do a short one for that because I'm not going to do Rugeley to Liverpool and all that. It's just going to be like a little short one like I did with Kenilworth. But that'll be up before this anyway. So the reason for that is as well is for Maghall North Station. Anyway, I've had enough of talking. I think you had enough of me talking, so I'm going to film this out of Rugeley Town.